When you're heading on a Disney World holiday, you have to be totally okay with the fact that when you're heading home, your pockets are gonna be considerably lighter. Not only does everything cost money in Disney, but it also costs a lot more than what you'd pay off property. So I don't blame you if you're trying to get yourself as financially prepared as possible before your trip. And one of the expenses you might be wondering about is parking. If you're visiting from the UK, you might not be familiar with how Disney handles parking fees. So, do Disney World hotels charge for parking? The good news is that policies have changed in recent years, but there's still a few things you need to know. I'll be sharing all the details in this video, so jumping straight into it. If you're staying at a Disney-owned hotel, you'll be happy to hear that standard self-parking is now free for all guests. In 2023, Disney removed their parking fees for guests staying at Disney hotels, which means you won't have to pay anything extra to leave your car at the resort. This is a big relief for visitors who are used to paying between $15 and $25 per night before the policy changed. And miraculously, while Disney has since gone on to stamp a price tag onto some of their free perks, RIP to the free Disney Fast Pass system, they never reinstated these parking costs. And here's hoping they're not planning to in the near future. If you want valet parking, that's a different story. Valet parking is still available at Disney Deluxe Resorts and Disney Villas for $39 per night. If you're planning to drive in and out frequently and prefer the convenience of having someone else handle your car, this might be worth considering. So that's a relief. No parking charges for your hotel. But something really important to note here, while you can also park at Disney hotels that you're not a guest at, the rules around doing so are stricter. Essentially, you can park at any Disney hotel if, say, you've got a dining reservation or another reason to be there. But you'll probably be asked to show proof of your intentions to security before you enter. This is especially the case for hotels close to the parks, like the Contemporary Resort, which is literally walkable from Magic Kingdom. You can't just drive into the Contemporary, park for free, and walk over to the park. Not when everyone else is having to park at the Ticket and Transportation Centre, many of them paying a fee to do so and get the monorail over. So while you can park at any Disney hotel for free, you'll need to have good intentions in doing so. That's everything you should know about parking at Disney hotels, but what about paying to park at the theme parks? The good news is that if you're staying at a Disney Resort hotel, you get free parking at all 4 theme parks. So that's Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. That means that if you're planning to hire a car and get about with a bit more freedom than Disney's public transportation system allows, you won't have to allocate a budget for parking anywhere on Disney property. But if you're staying off-site, you'll need to pay for parking when you visit the parks, with standard parking costing $30 per day and preferred parking, which gets you closer to the entrance, ranging from $45 to $55 depending on the season. That's going to add up fast, but at least it's a single fee that you can use all day across all 4 theme parks. So if you're planning to park up, you won't have to pay extra every time you drive into a different theme park. With that in mind, if you're planning to hire a car, it might make more sense for you to book a Disney hotel and take Disney's public transportation to avoid having to park in the theme park car parks. If you'd like extra help from a travel agency to get the best possible package, then you're more than welcome to get in touch with us here at the House of Travel. As a UK travel agency that specialises in Disney and Florida holidays, we're a team of former Virgin Holidays staff and have access to some of the best rates in the industry. If you'd like to find out more on how we can potentially help you, simply click on the first link below this video and we'd be more than happy to help. So that's the situation for Disney hotel parking, but what about Good Neighbour hotels and third-party resorts? If you're staying at a non-Disney hotel, your parking policy is going to be specific to whichever hotel you're staying at. Any of the Good Neighbour hotels, which are Disney approved third-party hotels near the parks, charge for overnight parking, And some also have resort fees that cover things like shuttles and Wi-Fi. Parking fees at these hotels typically range from $10 to $30 per night, so you'll want to check your hotel's policy before you spend your money to make sure you're comfortable with the extra cost. Something else to be aware of is that most third-party hotels don't include free theme park parking. That means you'll either need to pay the daily rate at Disney's car parks or rely on the hotel shuttle service or rideshare to get to the theme parks. With all that said, it's worth questioning whether you should actually hire a car when you're in Disney. As for many people, this definitely isn't essential. The majority of Disney visitors travelling from the UK choose to use Disney's free transport options, so renting a car isn't always necessary. Disney hotels offer complimentary buses, boats, the monorail and the Skyliner, making it super easy to get around without a car. Speaking from experience, even Disney's buses are very regular, especially during mornings and evenings, and the monorail and the Skyliner have virtually no queues at all, apart from around rope drop and after the evening shows. If you're planning to visit other attractions in Orlando, like Universal Studios or the Kennedy Space Center, you might just want to hire a car for the odd day or two. Just make sure to factor in parking fees if you're staying off-site. I recommend booking your car in advance so you can shop around, choose a reliable company based on other people's reviews and get the best deal. But in most cases, hiring a car probably won't be necessary, unless someone in your family has specific needs or you just prefer the flexibility of being able to drive yourself around the Disney property. So, to summarise, if you're staying at a Disney-owned hotel, parking is free for both hotel stays and the theme parks. If you're staying off-site, you should generally expect to pay for parking at your hotel, as well as when you're visiting the parks, unless your hotel offers a free shuttle. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully, I've given you one less financial obligation to stress about when planning for your trip. And if you're still searching for hotels, if you've ever wondered which Disney All-Star hotel is the best, then we've got you covered in this next video here.